Stop right now. What you did today is bigger than you realize. The action you took, the choice you made without even thinking twice, has just triggered something monumental in the unseen world. You may not see it yet, but you've already set divine plans into motion. It wasn't a coincidence, and it wasn't just another decision. It was God's victory. Chosen one, today you broke the pattern. While the world continued to spin as it always does, you made a move that shifted the very fabric of the universe. That single flicker of free will you exercised today. It caused ripples in dimensions beyond your understanding, and the heavens celebrated. This isn't mockery, it's divine laughter, the sound of victory. The kind of victory that echoes through realms when the impossible just shifted in your favor. You didn't see it, but the universe watched. It watched how you chose integrity when no one was looking, how you paused when others would have reacted, how you trusted when the world tried to make you doubt. And that, chosen one, is where true power resides, not in how you act when the spotlight is on you, but in how you move when no one else is watching. Today was a test, but not the kind most people would recognize. It wasn't about strength or grand gestures. It was about quiet integrity, the kind that, when followed, sends shockwaves through the universe, confirming that you've grown, that you've evolved, that you've stepped into a new power. So, let me ask you, when was the last time you chose faith over fear? When did you pause instead of panicking? When did you trust instead of doubting? The victory you're feeling right now, it's not luck, it's the sound of your growth. Stay with me, because what you've just experienced is only the beginning. The game has changed. Today, you've unlocked a power that cannot be reversed. You've made God's victory real in your life. Are you ready to step into the divine momentum of this moment? If this resonates with your spirit, comment, "I made a choice" below. Like, subscribe, and join a community of those who are shifting the course of their journey. Your victory, your evolution has just begun. God's chosen ones, how your actions today celebrated God's victory. You may not realize it, but today you made a decision so small, so seemingly insignificant, that it passed without a second thought. But in that moment, something within you shifted. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't loud, it wasn't the kind of change that gets applause. But when you said no instead of yes, when you chose silence over an impulse to defend yourself, when you stepped away from something that used to trigger you, the entire trajectory of your life began to change. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. Galatians 6-7. Your actions, though small, planted seeds that will blossom into something far greater than you realize. You probably didn't even notice when it happened. In fact, you might not even be aware of the true weight of your decision today, but the universe did. Higher forces were at work, watching the quiet decisions that shifted your energy. It was in that fleeting moment, in that simple pause before you spoke, or in that moment of restraint, that divine power began to subtly rearrange the universe around you. This is how the divine moves. It doesn't always need thunder or flashing lights to change the course of your life. Sometimes, all it takes is the sound of your silence, the moment you choose alignment over impulse, the pause you take before you react, the whisper of restraint that seems so quiet, but carries with it the weight of the universe. That's how the higher forces operate. They don't need a grand gesture, they respond to your truth. They recognize the alignment of your spirit and respond instantly. For the word of God is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. Hebrews 4:12. Every time you choose truth, your path aligns with divine will, and the universe shifts around you. It's strange, isn't it? How one tiny action, something almost unnoticeable, can send ripples throughout the fabric of reality. But it does. And in ways that are invisible to us, our actions carry weight far beyond what we can comprehend. Every time you choose alignment over impulse, the universe responds. It rearranges itself around you. You didn't even know you were standing at a fork in the road, did you? But your spirit knew. Your soul recognized the turning point, and with that simple decision, your momentum shifted, your path changed, and the universe began to align with the direction your soul was always meant to walk. In that one quiet moment, you rerouted your life's course. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. You didn't see it coming, but in your choice, you aligned with a plan that was designed for you before time began. And as the days unfold, you will see this truth emerge before your eyes. You may begin to notice small, seemingly coincidental things happening. Opportunities might appear out of nowhere. People who drained your energy may suddenly fall silent or drift away. This is the effect of divine intervention, working quietly behind the scenes of your life, orchestrating everything in harmony with the decisions you've made in alignment with your highest good. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Psalm 37:23. Your small, seemingly insignificant choices are divinely guided. When you align with your higher purpose, everything around you shifts, aligning with the divine plan for your life. Each choice, each action, no matter how small, is a stepping stone leading you toward your true purpose. The chosen ones understand this. The path may not always be clear, and the shifts may not always be loud, but divine guidance is always present. Your actions are sacred. Even when the world doesn't notice, even when the changes seem invisible, you are part of something much larger than you realize. And every choice you make, the ones in moments of silence, restraint, and truth, sends a ripple through the universe, setting into motion divine changes that will transform your life. So, reflect on the decisions you made today, no matter how small. Do you see how they align with your higher purpose? How have your actions, quiet as they may seem, begun to shape the world around you? It's all part of the divine plan, unfolding in ways that will continue to reveal themselves as you walk the path of the chosen one. Paths that once felt blocked, obstacles that once seemed insurmountable, may suddenly clear before your eyes. You may think, how did this happen? But it's no coincidence. This is the quiet but powerful result of making a decision from alignment, not from emotion. You've been walking this path for a while, and maybe right now you don't feel anything extraordinary happening. But let me tell you something. The greatest shifts don't always come with a loud bang. In fact, the most profound, energetic changes can often feel like nothing has happened at all. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-3. When you make decisions rooted in alignment, not driven by fleeting emotions, you are embodying the fruits of the Spirit. It is this peaceful state, this quiet obedience to divine truth that echoes in the universe. And in the higher realms, your subtle shift resounds like a gong as your frequency aligns with the divine. What you may not see on the surface is that you just triggered a macro shift. It's already in motion, and the effects are unfolding right now. Today wasn't about effort. It wasn't about doing more, pushing harder, or trying to manifest anything. It was about resonance. You might not have felt like you were doing anything special, but your energy was doing the heavy lifting. Perhaps you've been feeling like things have been delayed or stuck for a long time. It wasn't punishment. It wasn't bad luck. It wasn't that the universe was against you. The energy was waiting for proof, not in your words, but in your vibration. The spiritual realm doesn't respond to words alone. It doesn't move when you merely say you're ready. It responds to your frequency, to the quiet shift inside of you that shows you are truly ready. And today, without effort, you did exactly that. You reached a new level of peace, clarity, or honesty within yourself that could not be faked. Something subtle in your energy matched exactly what you've been praying for, asking for, visualizing for months. For we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5-7. You may not have seen it happening, but your faith, your alignment, spoke louder than any words could. You did not try to force an outcome. Instead, you simply became the person who was ready for that outcome to unfold. That's why tonight, the atmosphere around you feels different. You might not be able to explain it, but you can feel it. Lighter, more open, like static that suddenly cleared. You've crossed an invisible threshold. It's as if a veil has lifted, and things that once seemed impossible now seem within reach. You might not have meditated, manifested, or even consciously thought spiritually today, but that's the irony, isn't it? This shift didn't come from effort, it came from embodiment. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. James 1:22. The universe doesn't listen to what you say, it listens to what you've become. Today, you stopped chasing outcomes, and instead started aligning with truth. That simple shift, the moment you chose alignment over impulse, peace over confusion, truth over expectation, sent ripples through the spiritual realm. You didn't need to shout your intentions to the heavens. The heavens already knew. Your energy, your frequency, was the signal that you were ready. And now, the universe is responding in kind, unfolding opportunities, clearing paths, and aligning circumstances that were once blocked. You didn't need to push for it. You simply needed to be in harmony with what was always meant for you. For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose. Philippians 2:13. Your journey, your choices, and your actions are all part of God's greater purpose for your life. It's not about how hard you work, but about how deeply you align with the divine will, allowing God to guide you on your path. So, reflect on the quiet victory of today. Think about the subtle shifts that may have gone unnoticed, but are already beginning to shape your world. Can you feel how the energy has changed around you? Can you sense how, with every step you take in alignment with your truth, the world is rearranging itself to support you? It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but the impact will be felt for months to come. Your decision to align with divine truth, even in the smallest way, has triggered a powerful shift, and that is something to celebrate. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. God's power is working within you, not just in the moments of effort and action, but in the quiet spaces of alignment. The universe doesn't respond to your struggle. It responds to your peace, your trust, and your alignment with divine truth. So, walk forward with confidence, knowing that today's subtle shift is part of a greater plan. You don't have to force anything. You simply need to trust that the path you're walking on is leading you exactly where you need to be. Every step in alignment is a celebration of God's victory. What's coming next was always yours. The dreams, the desires, the life you've envisioned, it was all there, waiting for the right moment, waiting for you to be in the right place, energetically, to receive it. Today, you took a small but profound step, and that step sent a signal to the universe that you are ready. The hesitation, the emotional volatility, the second guessing, they no longer hold you. And in that moment of balance, of grounded stillness, the energy around you responded. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5-7. The shift, though subtle, is seismic in the spiritual realm. And now, what's been waiting for you is flowing toward you. That's why, in the unseen world, there was laughter, full of triumph, relief, and victory. The delay is over. The resistance has broken. The higher realms are no longer waiting on you. They are now moving with you. Your energy has finally aligned with the divine, and you proved, without even realizing it, that you were ready for the next phase of your journey. The shift you've been waiting for has been activated, and today marks the beginning of a new chapter. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29-11. Today's actions were not just a sign to you, they were a confirmation from the divine that you are exactly where you need to be. The universe has been waiting for you to step into alignment with your truth. Today, you did just that. You may have felt a strange undercurrent to the day, almost like something was testing your peace, your calm. Perhaps you felt irritation rise up from nowhere, something that once would have pulled you into a spiral of reactions. Or maybe someone said something that would have once set you off. But this time, you didn't take the bait. You didn't chase, argue, or fall into that old rhythm. And you didn't have to force it. The change happened naturally. You didn't even recognize it in the moment, but you didn't respond the same way anymore. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. This verse reflects what just happened. The divine was fighting on your behalf as you chose stillness over reactivity. The world around you may have tried to pull you into an old pattern, but in that stillness, you broke free. You didn't have to explain, defend, or justify anything. You just stayed grounded in the peace of who you've become. That is how you know you've changed. Something deeper than the situation was watching, an ancient energy, a karmic thread that has been looped around your life for many lifetimes. It came back for one last round today, testing whether you'd react the way you always have. Would you feed it with your energy, your emotions, your responses, or would you allow it to dissipate, allowing the old version of you to die quietly in that moment? Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. In that moment of stillness, you let go of the old you, the version that felt the need to prove, defend, explain, or fix. That version of you died, not with a loud crash, but quietly, in a moment of pure peace. What tried to trigger you wasn't random. It was the echo of a cycle that has been repeating itself over and over, lifetime after lifetime, trying to keep you trapped in its pull. It was waiting for you to react, for you to feed it with your emotional energy. But when you didn't respond, when you stayed grounded and silent, that energy found no reflection. It couldn't survive. The loop snapped. The attachment dissolved. You starved the darkness by staying silent. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1-5. Your silence, your stillness, your grounded peace was the light that pierced the darkness. In choosing not to react, you broke a cycle of spiritual resistance that had been holding you back. That's how powerful you are, how divine your presence is. You didn't have to fight or struggle. You simply embodied the peace that was always meant for you. Think about that for a moment. The old patterns, the karmic loops, the cycles that once held you captive are now broken. You, the chosen one, have stepped into a new way of being. The resistance has crumbled, and now the universe is moving with you. Your peace is a force, and that force is what will continue to shift your reality. So, as you move forward, remember this. You are no longer the person who needs to prove, defend, or explain. You are the one who simply exists in alignment with divine peace. Every moment you choose stillness over reactivity, the more the universe moves with you, opening paths that were once closed and aligning everything with your highest good. You've broken free. The battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. Rest in this truth. You don't need to fight anymore. Your alignment is your power, and God is moving with you. The universe doesn't test you to punish you. It tests you to prove to you that you're no longer the same. Today, you passed a silent yet powerful test. It wasn't a loud moment of triumph or a dramatic change, but in your quiet decision to choose peace, something monumental shifted within you. What you experienced today, that subtle but powerful shift, symbolized total release. You, the chosen one, have let go of the old ways, the old reactions, and the old patterns that once held you captive. And now, the peace that once felt impossible is becoming your new baseline. For the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4-7. The peace you embrace today isn't just a fleeting moment of calm, it's a new foundation. The higher realms were not laughing at your restraint, but in sheer victory. They saw it. Not just the moment when you didn't react, but the deep shift inside you. Your restraint wasn't just about controlling your emotions, it was about breaking free. The energy around you responded in an instant, and you may not even fully realize it yet, but today marked a monumental shift in your spiritual journey. What happened today wasn't just a random event or an isolated moment of self-control. That moment when you chose to remain still, when you didn't react to what once triggered you, that was a doorway out of a prison. The thing you've been carrying for lifetimes, the karmic burden that once seemed inescapable, was finally erased. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. Today, the truth revealed itself, and in your silence, in your peace, you released what no longer served you. The great paradox is this: the greatest act of power isn't control, it's neutrality. In the moment you chose neutrality over reactivity, you didn't just avoid an argument or suppress your emotions. You shifted your entire frequency. Your soul aligned with divine peace, and that created an opening, a gateway to freedom. The higher realms celebrated because they knew that this was no small feat. The power of not reacting, of choosing peace, is one of the most divine actions you can take. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Can you remember a moment today when you felt the urge to react, but chose peace instead? What shifted inside of you in that moment? You might already be feeling the effects of this shift. People who once drained you now feel distant. How certain environments that once weighed on your spirit now feel lighter. Maybe there's an emotional heaviness that you couldn't explain before, and suddenly it's just gone. That's not coincidence. That's the effect of divine timing. You've broken free from an old cycle, a karmic loop that has held you for lifetimes, and in that moment, you walked away from a contract you didn't even realize you'd signed. What triggered you today wasn't random. It wasn't some petty irritation or a mood swing. It was an ancient energy, a karmic thread, coming back one last time to see if you would still play the game. Would you still react? Would you still feed the old energy? But you didn't. You stayed grounded. You stayed peaceful. And in doing so, the cycle, the karmic loop, finally lost its power. It snapped. The old you, the one who needed to defend, explain, or justify, is gone. The new you, the one who chooses peace, who aligns with divine truth, is now in charge. And from this point on, the universe moves with you. Have you noticed how the atmosphere around you is lighter today? What do you think it's telling you about the changes you've made, both within yourself and in the world around you? You may have felt that strange undercurrent today, that test of your peace. It might have felt like a small irritation or a comment that would have once set you off. But you didn't bite. You didn't chase after it. That's how you know you've changed. Something deeper than the situation itself was watching. You didn't just break free from a single trigger. You broke free from a lifetime of triggers, a cycle that has looped around your soul for ages. And by choosing not to react, you ended it. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone. The new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. That old version of you, the one that fed off the triggers, the one who couldn't help but react, is gone. The new you, the one who chooses peace, who aligns with divine truth, is now in charge. And from this point on, the universe moves with you. You may not yet fully understand how profound today's shift is, but the effects will unfold in the coming days. You'll see the evidence in the way the world around you responds to your new energy. You'll see the karmic loops that once entangled you begin to dissolve. Those relationships that once drained you, they will feel distant. The environments that once felt heavy will feel lighter. The emotional weight that was always there, it will be gone. And it won't be because you tried harder or pushed through. It will be because you aligned with divine truth. And that energy is what shifted everything. The battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. You didn't fight today, you simply chose peace. And in that peace, God fought on your behalf, breaking the chains that held you in place. You are free. How does it feel to know that the cycles of your past are finally broken? What opportunities or changes do you sense will unfold as a result of this shift in your energy? Now, as you move forward, remember, you are no longer a prisoner of old patterns. You've broken the cycle. Every time you stay grounded in peace, every time you choose neutrality over reactivity, the universe will continue to move in your favor. You've taken a powerful step today, and the divine forces are now walking with you every step of the way. And now, everything that once fed off the energy of doubt, fear, and struggle has no idea where to find you. You didn't force it. You didn't push open that door. You simply outgrew the lock. For months, maybe even years, you felt like something was just out of reach, a dream, a purpose, a relationship, a calling that seemed so close, yet stayed just beyond your grasp. You tried everything. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. You waited patiently. You set your intentions, surrendered, prayed, and yet that door remained closed. It felt like you were stuck in a cycle, not understanding why everything you did seemed to fall short of unlocking the next phase. But what you didn't realize was that the lock wasn't external. It wasn't something you were waiting on the universe to unlock. It was energetic, and divine timing wasn't waiting on you. No, divine timing was waiting for you to step into your full power. Something changed today, something you may not have noticed immediately, but the shift happened nonetheless. The moment you chose peace over reaction, truth over defense, and faith over control, you inserted the final key into the lock. In that moment, your energy matured beyond the vibration of that closed door. What you didn't see was that the universe, which had been keeping that door sealed for your protection, just felt the click. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Isaiah 60:22. You see, you weren't waiting for divine timing. Divine timing was waiting for you to align with your true self. When you finally chose peace, when you let go of the need to fight or control, you allowed your energy to shift in a way that the universe could no longer keep you at the door. The lesson was no longer needed. You outgrew it. You're no longer stuck in the same patterns of striving, proving, or chasing. Today, you stepped into a new season. Before today, you were still proving, striving, and chasing in your career, relationships, and even in your own spiritual growth. But October 26th marked the end of that chase. Today was not just another day, it was the beginning of your season of increase. Where doors will open, not because you're pushing them, but because they recognize the divine energy you're now embodying. This wasn't something forced. It wasn't about trying harder. It was about stepping into who you truly are, a chosen one, aligned with divine peace, trust, and truth. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Matthew 7:7. You didn't need to knock any longer. The door recognized you. It recognized your vibration. It recognized the energy that was now aligned with the divine plan. And behind you, a door just unlocked quietly. You may not hear the sound of it now, but soon you will see the signs, the conversations aligning, the opportunities reappearing, people resurfacing, and sudden breakthroughs that feel effortless. None of it will feel forced, because it isn't. It won't be because you pushed or struggled. It will be because you finally stepped into the rhythm of the divine flow. You're no longer fighting against time, fighting against what you cannot control. Instead, you're embracing the peace that allows everything to flow naturally. Can you feel the shift in your energy today? Can you sense how doors that once felt locked are now quietly opening before you? How does it feel to step into a season where things no longer feel forced, but aligned with divine timing? What you are experiencing now is the result of a long journey, a journey that led you to this moment of release and alignment. All the things you once struggled for are now effortlessly flowing toward you. You've moved beyond the cycle of striving and into the grace of receiving. This is your season of increase, and everything around you will shift to match the peace and alignment you've embodied. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40-31. You're no longer walking in weariness. You are soaring. And as you do, the universe moves with you. Doors are opening, opportunities are flowing, and the divine is aligning everything around you. So, take a moment to reflect on this shift. Can you feel the weight lifting? Can you sense the opportunities that are already making their way toward you? This is the beginning of your new chapter. The energy that was once blocking you has now been replaced by the expansion of your true self. You've stepped into your divine calling, and now the universe is moving in harmony with you. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Psalm 23:1. You are no longer lacking. You have everything you need to walk confidently into this season of abundance, peace, and divine alignment. This is what divine alignment looks like when resistance finally gives up. Today, you experience something powerful, something that may have gone unnoticed in the midst of your daily life. The laughter you heard in the higher realms wasn't random joy. It was celebration. It was the victorious, knowing laughter of the divine saying, "It's done." The waiting, the confusion, the feeling of being almost there, all of it is over. You have proven that your growth is no longer just an idea, a desire, or a goal. It's embodied. You are no longer just aspiring to evolve. You have already evolved. The Lord has done it this very day. Let us rejoice today and be glad. Psalm 118-24. You have reached the moment where what once seemed like a distant hope has now become a present reality. This isn't just a door opening, it's a season shifting. The universe has moved you from the place of asking, seeking, and wondering to the place of receiving, being held up, and embracing your truth. When your frequency changes, even closed doors become invitations. The spiritual realms have been waiting for you to step into this alignment, and today you cross the invisible line from effort to flow. Can you feel it? The weight of resistance has lifted, and the doors that once seemed locked are now wide open, not because you forced them, but because you've outgrown the lock. This shift didn't happen because of struggle or strain. It happened because of your alignment with your true self. The harvest you've been waiting for is already in motion. It's not being delayed anymore. The effort, the striving, the push, it's over. Now you simply receive. For everything, there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. This is your time, the time where everything begins to align. What was once held back by old energy, by your past self, is now ready to be revealed to you. This is the season of increase, of expansion, and the doors that once resisted you are now opening to reveal the blessings you've been preparing for. Something shifted quietly today. It wasn't loud. It didn't come with a dramatic exit or a visible change. But something that's been tugging at you for weeks, maybe even months, finally slipped away. You may not have noticed the exact moment it happened, but it left quietly, without noise or fanfare. A cycle that once demanded your focus, your emotions, and your peace lost its hold. That's how you know change has happened. It didn't require drama, it didn't require struggle, it just stopped feeding. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5-7. It could have been a person whose energy kept pulling you backward, or a thought pattern that kept looping and feeding your worries. It could have been a subtle addiction to uncertainty, to chasing answers instead of trusting in divine timing. Whatever it was today, it stopped. You broke free from the cycle of worry, the cycle of chasing, and in that moment, the universe began to respond to you in a new way. Have you noticed what has shifted around you today? Is there a sense of quiet freedom or relief? Can you feel the weight of something lifting, even if you can't pinpoint exactly when it left? Today, you allowed something to finally stop feeding. You let go of what no longer served you. It could have been a toxic attachment, a lingering doubt, or a fear that held you in a constant state of chasing. But whatever it was, it's gone now. The universe has cleared the way for the next chapter of your journey, the chapter where you no longer chase, but receive. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. As you stand in this new space of alignment, know that you are now positioned to receive everything you've asked for, everything you've worked for. The door is no longer locked. The energy that once held you in a cycle of struggle has dissolved. What once felt unreachable is now yours, not because you pushed for it, but because you aligned with your truth, with divine timing, and with the wisdom that you are already ready. So, what comes next? Everything. The next chapter of your story is already unfolding. You will see opportunities that seemed impossible begin to appear. You will see people, conversations, and circumstances begin to align effortlessly. None of it will feel forced. It will feel like the universe is responding to your shift in energy, to your growth, to the peaceful and powerful state of being you've embodied. You didn't just wait for this moment, you created it. You walked through the door by embodying your highest self, and now everything that was once blocked is moving in your favor. This is your season. Welcome to the beginning of what's next. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you victory. Deuteronomy 20:4. You have won the battle, and now the path before you is clear. The victory has been claimed. Walk in it. And here's the most powerful part. You didn't even have to fight it this time. You didn't wrestle with it. You didn't overanalyze it or try to fix it. You simply stopped reacting. In the past, you might have chased after answers, tried to control every situation, or felt the need to fight your way through every distraction. But today, you let it fade into the background instead of giving it the satisfaction of your attention. That was the moment the balance shifted. Energy thrives on awareness, and today, your awareness refused to serve the wrong master. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. You didn't need to confront the distractions head-on. You didn't need to engage with them at all. You let go of the old patterns of trying to fix, fight, or obsess over what was pulling you off course. In doing so, you won the battle without lifting a finger. You simply refused to give that energy your attention, and the distractions starved faster than you could have imagined. The divine realms celebrated today because the energy that's been shadowing your progress, the distractions, the frustrations, the things that tried to keep you trapped in confusion and fear, believed it still had a piece of your focus. It thought it could still pull you into frustration, chaos, or obsession. But you have evolved. You are no longer the person who gets caught up in the old games. You've become too stable to be shaken, too aware to be manipulated, and too evolved to waste energy where it doesn't belong. The moment you stopped playing, the game ended. It's almost ironic, isn't it? For so long, the distraction thrived on your attempts to fix it. It thrived on your energy, on your reaction. But today, you reached a state of peace so complete, so unwavering, that the distraction became irrelevant. That was the victory, not in confrontation, not in fighting back, but in indifference. The enemy didn't lose because you fought it. The enemy lost because you chose not to care. The opposite of fear is not courage, it is clarity. Unknown. The most profound victory isn't about mustering courage to face your fears, it's about clarity. Clarity in knowing that what once held power over you no longer has a place in your life. And right now, you may not feel different, but that shift has already happened. The spiritual realm has already registered the change. You've broken free. You might notice small things in the coming days. Silence where there used to be chaos. That nagging irritation or temptation that once occupied your mind might now feel hollow, empty, and irrelevant. The distractions that once seemed so loud will no longer hold the same weight. That's the result of your victory. You stopped feeding what tried to pull you away from your peace. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. Your peace is no longer dependent on external circumstances or distractions. It's steadfast because it comes from within. Your trust in God, your trust in the process, and your clarity have created a shield of peace that cannot be easily disturbed. Have you noticed how the noise in your life is quieting? What distractions or triggers that once held your focus no longer seem to have the same power over you? How does it feel to realize that you are no longer playing by the rules of chaos? The victory you experience today is one that many miss because it isn't dramatic. It's not a loud triumph or a visible win, but it is a powerful shift the moment you stop feeding the distractions. The victory is not in defeating the enemy through confrontation, but in choosing indifference to what no longer serves you. This is true strength. You've reached a level of peace that makes the distractions of the world seem irrelevant. So, take a moment to reflect. What old cycles or distractions have lost their hold on you today? What energy, thought patterns, or people no longer have the power to trigger you? Today marks the end of the struggle and the beginning of a new way of being, one where your peace is untouchable, your clarity unshakable, and your focus on what truly matters. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. You don't need to fight. You've already won, and now everything is aligning in your favor. The distractions have lost their power, and from this moment forward, you move forward in divine peace, clarity, and alignment. That subtle shift you felt today, it was the moment the tether broke. The energy that once held you in place, that energy that kept pulling you back, is now free, and it's being rerouted into something far greater, into your purpose, your creation, your alignment, and your forward motion. Today, you defeated the very thing that's been quietly working behind the scenes to keep you distracted, to keep you from stepping fully into your divine destiny. And the higher power watching all of this unfold couldn't help but laugh. It wasn't laughter at your struggle. It was laughter in pure victory, because what once tried to drain you didn't even realize it had already lost. The Lord has done it this very day. Let us rejoice today and be glad. Psalm 118-24. You've already done the heavy lifting. Now, the shift is going to show up in your physical reality. For so long, everything you've been doing felt invisible. Your healing, your letting go, your patience, your quiet faith. You've been working on yourself, day in and day out, wondering if any of it even mattered. But today was the checkpoint moment. The moment you crossed from unseen effort to visible results. What was happening energetically is about to start translating into matter. You won't have to chase it anymore. You won't have to push. The things that have been on hold for so long are now being released into your life, piece by piece, at the divine timing. The signs of this shift will begin subtly, but they'll be unmistakable. Maybe it will be a conversation that goes smoother than expected, or a door that opens after months of being closed. Maybe you'll feel a sudden ease around something that once drained you, and that's how you'll know it's real. For we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5-7. When energy shifts, reality follows. It just takes a moment for matter to catch up with what has already shifted in the unseen. The higher power has already approved what's next for you. That's what today's laughter meant. It wasn't just random joy or celebration, it was the sound of completion. The divine is saying, it is done. Through your choices, your restraint, your unwavering faith, you've proven that you're ready for what you once begged for. And now, it's being delivered to you, not as a reward, but as a reflection of who you've become. This isn't another test, it's confirmation. You're about to witness alignment in motion. Opportunities will begin to appear effortlessly. Timing will start to make sense again. People who once resisted you will now cooperate. Outcomes that once felt like an uphill battle will finally flow in your direction. It's not because the world has changed, it's because you have changed. The struggle phase is over, and now the proof phase begins. When your energy graduates, your blessings have no choice but to find you. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. Deuteronomy 20:4. You won't need to convince anyone of your worth, hustle for recognition, or force anything into existence. The vibration you reach today speaks louder than words, louder than actions, louder than effort. It's already calling things toward you. The quiet, invisible decisions you made today, the ones that no one saw, opened the path. You've passed through the threshold, and the divine has given the signal. Everything from here on out is the echo of that victory. You don't need to push open a single door. They're already unlocking themselves. They watched, they waited. For so long, the lower energies that surrounded your path, the ones that thrived on your reactions, your doubts, your emotional spikes, thought they had you figured out. They studied your patterns like a code. But today, you outgrew those patterns. You've stepped beyond them, and now those old energies have no grip on you anymore. You've broken free. Can you feel how effortlessly things are starting to fall into place? How does it feel to know that the doors you've waited for are now opening without resistance? Your growth wasn't about fighting against what you were, but becoming who you were always meant to be. And now, as you move forward, the universe is aligning with the new you, the one who is aligned with divine peace, purpose, and abundance. The harvest is already in motion, and the best part, it's not being delayed anymore. You've shifted from waiting, from striving, from chasing to receiving. You've passed through the invisible line between struggle and ease, and the universe is responding. This is the moment of divine confirmation. Everything you've been working toward, everything you've been asking for, is now flowing into your life effortlessly. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. Everything you need is already in motion. The path is clear, and it's only a matter of time before everything you've worked for falls into place. You're standing at the threshold of a season of ease, abundance, and divine flow. They knew you. They knew which words would anger you, which silence would unsettle you, which temptation would reel you back in. For so long, they counted on the old version of you, the one that reacted with frustration, with emotion, with confusion. They knew the triggers, the patterns, and they used them like a map to guide you back into the same cycle of struggle. But today, something happened that wasn't part of their calculation. You didn't fall for it. You didn't react the way they expected. You didn't feed the distractions, the drama, or the negativity. You moved differently, and that threw everything into chaos. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. The higher realms saw it. What they expected from you, anger, confusion, or vengeance, never came. Instead, you gave them something they never saw coming. Silence where they thought there would be fire, peace where they thought there would be tears, and presence where they anticipated panic. You showed up today as the new you, the one who no longer reacts, the one who has outgrown the very patterns they used to manipulate. That shift, that moment where you chose peace over provocation, silence over frustration, threw everything into chaos for those who once fed off your old energy. For years, these patterns have been cycling around you, waiting for you to respond in the same ways, feeding off your emotions, predicting your choices, and setting subtle traps through people, habits, and thoughts. They had you figured out. They knew how you would react. But today, you outgrew the version of yourself they were trained to fight. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. You didn't engage in the old battles. The enemy expected a fight, but you showed them something completely different. The darkness expected fire, and you gave it silence. It expected you to chase validation, to defend yourself, to argue for your worth. but you stood in peace, embodying the divine truth that you are worthy simply because you exist. You didn't need to fight. You already won the moment you chose to let go of the need to engage. Can you feel the difference now? How does it feel to know that you no longer play by the same rules that once controlled you? The confusion rippling through the unseen realms tonight is a result of this shift. You've broken free from the energetic loops that have held you for so long. The old patterns, the old behaviors, the old ways of reacting are no longer a part of your story. You have outgrown the version of yourself that your enemies, your challenges, and your old habits were prepared to confront. And this shift, this evolution, is already being felt in the unseen. You may not fully understand it yet, but this is the moment of victory. This is the point where your energy has changed so profoundly that everything around you will now begin to shift in response. The universe is reacting to your new frequency. The lower energies that once thrived on your reactions, your doubts, your fears, have lost their hold on you. You've become too stable to be shaken, too aware to be manipulated, and too evolved to fall back into the old traps. But the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. God has already protected you from the old cycles that once entrapped you. You've been strengthened, spiritually equipped, and now you are walking in your divine power. The enemy's tactics are no longer effective because they are based on an old version of you that no longer exists. How does it feel to know that the patterns that once triggered you, the things that used to control your emotions, no longer have that power? Can you sense the shift within you? For so long, the energy around you has been designed to pull you back into old patterns. But today, you chose differently. You outgrew the old reactions, and now you are walking in the freedom of your new self. This is what divine growth looks like. This is the victory that doesn't come with confrontation or struggle. It comes with peace, with clarity, and with the quiet strength of knowing that you no longer need to fight what you've already overcome. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. You have fought the spiritual battle, and you have won. The strongholds that once controlled you have crumbled, the old traps have lost their power. And now you stand on the other side, stronger, more aligned, and ready for the blessings that have been waiting for you. So, as you move forward, remember this. The game ended when you stopped playing. The distractions no longer have power over you because you no longer give them your energy. This is your victory. This is your moment of freedom. You have outgrown what once held you, and now you are stepping into your divine purpose with clarity, peace, and power. Today was a pivotal moment, one that may not have been dramatic on the surface, but it was profound in the unseen realms. The chosen ones who passed today's test didn't take the bait. You didn't play your usual role in the energetic drama. You refused to speak the language of chaos, and that's exactly why the system glitched. The script that was written against you, the one that counted on your old reactions, has to be rewritten now. What you did today, your response, or rather, your lack of reaction, set into motion a recalibration in the spiritual world. The forces that once thrived on your emotional reactions are now scrambling for new tactics because the coordinates they use to track your energy no longer match. It's like you disappeared from their radar. But the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. You may not realize it yet, but today you raised your frequency, and with that shift you rendered the enemy's map useless. The tactics that once worked to pull you into frustration, fear, or confusion no longer hold any power over you. That's what today symbolized: your exit from predictable frequency loops. The patterns that once kept you bound, the energetic cycles that fed off your responses, they're now obsolete. If you felt a quietness where there once was chaos, that's because your energy is no longer reacting in the same way. People who normally provoke you may now seem confused, unsure, even disarmed. They don't understand what's happened, and neither do you, perhaps. But what's happening is that they are subconsciously responding to the shift in your vibration. The frequency you used to match with them is no longer yours. You've evolved. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. The peace you are walking in today isn't just a surface calm. It's a deep, divine peace that is guarding your spirit. The people, the situations, the energies that used to pull you in are now feeling the distance between you, and they can't quite explain it. That's the beauty of spiritual mastery. You didn't need to fight to win. You didn't need to react to prove anything. You just needed to evolve. What's happening now is divine intelligence in motion. The higher realms are not celebrating because you attacked back or fought harder. They're celebrating because you didn't have to fight at all. You simply stepped into a higher version of yourself. The game has changed. The old forces that used to test your peace, the distractions that kept you stuck, they can no longer access you in the same way. They don't know how to reach you because you're no longer in the same energetic space. Have you noticed how the usual chaos feels oddly quiet now? Have you observed that the triggers, the distractions, the people who once pulled you into emotional spirals seem to have lost their hold on you? How does it feel to realize that you no longer react to the same old patterns? The enemy, the distractions, the emotional triggers, they're all trying to figure out how to re-engage with you. But here's the thing, they can't. You've outgrown them. They no longer have access to your energy in the same way. The vibration you've stepped into is no longer compatible with the chaos they thrive on. The very forces that once relied on your emotional reactions to fuel their control are now scrambling to find new ways to reach you, but they will fail because you've evolved beyond their reach. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40:31. You have soared on the wings of divine peace, and in doing so, you have broken free from the cycle that once kept you in reaction. You didn't need to wrestle, argue, or defend. All you had to do was become the version of yourself that could no longer be moved by what once pulled you. So, as you move forward from today, take a moment to reflect on this. What's shifted in your energy? Can you feel the difference in the way you respond, or rather, in the way you don't respond to things that used to upset you? How does it feel to know that the old traps can no longer reach you? This is your victory. The old energetic patterns that once tried to control you have lost their grip. You are free, and the higher realms are celebrating that freedom with you. You didn't need to fight. You simply had to evolve, to rise above the chaos, and to stay aligned with your highest self. And now, the universe moves in harmony with your new frequency. You've reached a level where wisdom itself becomes protection. When awareness expands, interference collapses. You are no longer susceptible to the distractions, the triggers, or the emotional turmoil that once controlled you. Today, you've reached a higher state of being, a state where your inner wisdom shields you, where your peace is no longer disturbed by the forces that used to have power over you. The laughter you feel in the air tonight isn't just joy, it's victory. It's the triumphant sound of confusion spreading among the forces that once thrived on your weaknesses. They can't understand it. They don't know how you broke the loop. They can't find where you went because you didn't move physically. You shifted vibrationally. You changed at the core of your being. The truth is, they never saw it coming. You weren't supposed to be this wise yet. You weren't supposed to see through the illusion so soon, but you did. And now, the game is over. There was no trumpet sound. There were no fireworks, no lightning bolts, no divine voice declaring your victory. The sky didn't split open, and nobody clapped. But what happened today was monumental. It was a quiet victory, one that you may not even fully recognize in the moment. It happened in the background of what looked like an ordinary day. The sun rose. You went about your routine. You did what you needed to do. And somewhere between those moments of stillness, something shifted. A doorway opened, one you didn't even realize you were standing in front of. But the Lord is in his holy temple, let all the earth be silent before him. Habakkuk 2:20. Real change never announces itself with grand gestures. It doesn't arrive with loud fanfare. It shows up in subtle confirmations. The peace after chaos, the calm after restraint. The moment you realize that you don't need to explain yourself anymore. That is what today was, a quiet shift that marked your passage through an invisible checkpoint, one that your soul has been working toward for a long time. And now you stand on the other side of it. Have you noticed the subtle changes in your energy? How does it feel to be at peace without needing to fight for it? For so long, you've been walking through life trying to make sense of the chaos, trying to fix the things that never seemed to settle. You were waiting for some external sign, some confirmation that you were moving in the right direction. But today, the sign came quietly, not in the form of fireworks or divine proclamations, but in the soft whispers of peace and clarity that you feel now. You've crossed an invisible threshold, one that your spirit has long been preparing for. And in this moment, you have emerged into your next level of spiritual evolution. You didn't need to fight. The victory was in your transformation. You've moved beyond the old patterns, beyond the emotional turmoil, and you're now living in the vibrational space of peace and wisdom, and the world around you is starting to respond to that. The forces that once sought to destabilize you are confused because they can't figure out where you went. They can't get access to you anymore. You've leveled up. Your vibration no longer matches the chaos they rely on to pull you in. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. The wisdom you've cultivated over time is now your shield. You don't have to engage in the battles that used to drain you. You are protected by your awareness. You've outgrown the triggers, and because of that, the enemy can no longer find its way in. It's not because you fought harder or screamed louder, it's because you've evolved. Have you noticed how the old emotional reactions are no longer present? How the things that used to make you react with frustration or fear now feel distant and irrelevant? This moment of quiet victory is the shift you've been waiting for. It didn't announce itself with drama or loud fanfare. It happened quietly, like a door that slowly creaks open, unnoticed at first. But when you look around, you'll see the effects. The peace after chaos, the clarity after confusion, the stillness after the storm. You passed through a checkpoint today, a level up in your spiritual journey, and now the world is responding to the new energy you've aligned with. You're not the same person you were before. You've outgrown the energetic patterns that once controlled you, and now, as you stand in your new state of wisdom and peace, you will see the results manifest in your life. The distractions that once held you captive are now irrelevant. You've entered a season of spiritual freedom where peace and clarity will be your new baseline. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. You didn't need to fight, and you don't need to chase. Your stillness, your peace, your wisdom, these are the weapons of your victory. Now, everything that is meant for you will naturally align with your vibration. So, what's next for you? It's a season of receiving. You don't need to push or strive. The door you unknowingly stood in front of has opened, and everything you've been waiting for will begin to flow to you. Opportunities will appear effortlessly. People will align with you. The work you've been doing in the unseen realm will start to show up in your physical world. Are you ready to step into this new season? How does it feel to know that you've reached this checkpoint and that everything you've worked for is now aligning with your new vibration? Today, the shift happened. The victory is yours, not because of what you did, but because of who you've become. The battle is won in the spiritual realm, and now the world around you will reflect the peace, wisdom, and power that you've stepped into. Every lesson, every disappointment, every delay brought you to this moment. And today, without realizing it, you walked through the gate. Sometimes the most powerful breakthroughs come in silence. There was no dramatic moment, no flashing lights or loud proclamations. You didn't need to meditate for hours or recite mantras under the moonlight. You didn't even need to know what was happening. Your energy, your choices, and your awareness spoke for you. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. Your growth wasn't something you forced, it was something you allowed. And the moment your frequency matched the vibration of your next chapter, the door opened on its own. That's what divine timing truly is. It's not about waiting for the universe to catch up with you. It's when your energy aligns so perfectly that resistance has no choice but to move out of the way. What happened today wasn't just about what you avoided. It was about what you activated. You ended a cycle, yes, but more importantly, you initiated a sequence. The silence you felt wasn't emptiness or stagnation. It was transition. It was a reset, a moment between chapters where one story fades and another begins. And this new chapter, it's one filled with acceleration. You've moved beyond the delay. Things that once seemed stuck, things that you've been waiting on, will now begin to unfold quickly and effortlessly. Why? Because the spiritual system recognizes readiness, not effort. Once you prove your readiness in energy, doors open on their own, without a sound. You didn't have to force it. You didn't have to push. You simply had to align. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Psalm 37-23. When you align with divine timing, everything follows. You don't have to chase. The universe begins to work in harmony with your soul's purpose, bringing everything you've been waiting for directly to you. Have you noticed how things that were once delayed are now beginning to feel easier? Do you sense that shift in your energy, where things no longer require effort, but instead flow naturally? You might not see it immediately, but over the coming days and weeks, the confirmation will start appearing everywhere. Conversations will align perfectly. Opportunities will flow into your life. People who were once distant will come closer. The breakthroughs that seemed out of reach are now going to find you effortlessly, because you've entered a state of readiness that the universe can't ignore. This isn't a reward for your struggle. This is the result of your alignment. The universe didn't need you to fight for what's coming. It just needed you to step into your true frequency. And today, you did. You walked through the gate, through the invisible threshold, without even realizing it. That's when everything shifts. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29-11. The plans were always in motion. You've just stepped into them. And now, the doors will open wide, the energy will flow freely, and everything you've been preparing for will unfold in divine timing. The universe is recognizing your readiness, and the abundance, the opportunities, the alignment, they are all coming to you now. So take a moment to reflect. What new energy do you feel around you today? Can you sense how the things that once felt delayed are now beginning to align? How does it feel to know that the effort is over, and now you're walking into your new season of abundance and ease? This is your confirmation. You've made it. The door is open, and you are walking into a new chapter of your life, a chapter where things come effortlessly because you are aligned with divine timing. Opportunities are resurfacing at the right moment. You might feel a sudden, knowing, a deep, intuitive sense that you're exactly where you need to be. It won't feel like coincidence. It will feel like recognition, like the universe whispering, "We've been waiting for you to catch up." This is the quiet power of alignment. It doesn't scream for attention. It hums, gentle but powerful, like a soft melody that's always been there, waiting for you to tune in. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. The higher forces aren't celebrating with noise. They aren't rejoicing in the way the world might expect. No, they are smiling with relief. Because what happened today didn't just prove your strength, it proved your maturity. You have reached the vibration of peace. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've learned that perfection was never the goal, growth was. And now, that growth has been embodied, and the next phase of your life can finally begin. Everything ahead of you has already been prepared. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable no longer exist in this new frequency. The resistance you once felt doesn't live in this version of you anymore. Today, you crossed into a new reality. A reality where your manifestation doesn't have to be forced. It simply meets you halfway. You no longer need to chase alignment. You have become it. Can you feel the shift in your energy? Can you sense how things that once seemed far off or difficult now feel closer, more within reach? If today felt quiet, don't mistake that stillness for nothingness. That stillness was the shift. It was the signal sent through every layer of your being that whispered, "The lesson is complete." From this moment on, things will start moving differently, faster, cleaner, smoother, because you are no longer waiting on blessings. Blessings are now waiting on you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The stillness you experienced today wasn't a void. It wasn't a lack of movement. It was the moment when you stopped fighting, you stopped chasing, and in that moment, everything you've been waiting for began to catch up with you. You've become the very vibration that attracts what you desire. The universe no longer needs to align with your efforts. It's already aligned with who you've become. And this is why there was laughter in the heavens today. The divine knows what you may not fully realize yet. You are no longer chasing. You are walking in your purpose, and everything you've been preparing for is now meeting you where you are. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. The plans were always in motion, but today you've stepped into them. You've become the person who can walk in the fullness of what has been prepared for you. The work you've done, the growth you've embodied, has set the stage for this new season. You are now ready to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you. So, as you move forward from today, pay attention to the subtle signs. Watch how things start moving differently, faster, cleaner, smoother. The universe is now responding to you, not because of what you've done, but because of who you've become. What changes are you noticing in the flow of your life? Can you feel the acceleration starting to unfold? How does it feel to know that the blessings you've been waiting for are now ready to meet you halfway? This is your moment. You've crossed into a new reality. The struggle is over. Now everything aligns with you, not because you forced it, but because you became the energy that was always meant to attract it. The higher realms are celebrating, and now you can step into this next phase of your life with peace, purpose, and alignment. Today marks a significant shift, a turning point where you step fully into the person you were always meant to be. For so long, you may have felt like you were waiting for something to happen, but the truth is, the moment has arrived. You have crossed into a new reality where blessings flow effortlessly, where opportunities align perfectly, and where the energy you've cultivated in your spirit now meets you where you are. This is your season of alignment. This shift didn't come because of force or struggle. It came because you've evolved. You've moved beyond the chaos, beyond the distractions, and into a state of peace and wisdom that no longer requires you to chase what is already yours. Your frequency has changed, and now the universe responds. The doors you've been waiting for are opening, not because you've pushed harder, but because you've become the vibration that draws them to you. The Lord has done it this very day. Let us rejoice today and be glad. Psalm 118:24. This moment is a celebration not only for you, but for the divine forces that have been guiding you every step of the way. The higher realms are not celebrating your victory because of the battles you fought, but because of who you have become. The victory is in your peace, in your wisdom, in your ability to align with your true self and walk into what was always meant for you. Now, I invite you to take a moment and reflect on your own transformation. Where do you feel the shift happening in your life? What opportunities, what blessings are already aligning with you? Trust that they are on their way. Know that your work has not been in vain. Every decision you made, every lesson you learned, brought you to this point of divine alignment. And now, your blessings are ready to meet you. If you're feeling inspired by this message, I encourage you to like, share, and comment below. Your feedback and your stories are a source of encouragement not only for me, but for others who are walking this journey with you. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, encouragement, and spiritual growth. A huge thank you to all of you, whether you've supported the channel with a super thanks or simply by watching and engaging with the content. Your energy makes this space what it is, and I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you. As we close today's message, I want to speak blessings over your life. May your path be filled with peace, clarity, and abundant opportunities. May you continue to rise in alignment with your highest purpose, and may everything you've been waiting for now come to you effortlessly. You are worthy of the blessings that are about to unfold in your life. Go forward in confidence, knowing that you have already stepped into a season of divine favor. Thank you once again for being here, and I wish you peace, prosperity, and alignment as you walk into this beautiful new chapter.